This is the weekend edition of iFIBER 1 News, where we present some of the top stories from this week and your weekend weather forecast.
And coming up here in the weather department, a look at a very, very cold weekend, some light snow. But we start cold, but we are ending up warm by the end of the 7 days.
I'm Roger Adelson. Stay tuned for more of the weekend edition of iFIBER 1 News.
From the iFIBER 1 HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFIBER 1 News. Your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
One of our top stories for this week was about the Grant County Sheriff's response to recently heightened gang activity. Here's Cameron Probert with the story.
The Grant County Sheriff's Office is starting a gang unit. The new 7-man operation was one of the plans Sheriff Tom Jones revealed during a community forum Wednesday night. More than 400 people filled the gym at the North Elementary School for the 2-hour-long forum. It followed a series of gang-related drive-by shootings and a murder within the last month in Larson.
Obviously, we have a lot of folks with a lot of knowledge on criminal street gangs. It's kind of one of those things, you know, we do our homework on them, they do their homework on us, and it's just a tit for tat.
The team will be drawn from patrol deputies, the Motor Traffic Patrol Unit, and the Marine Unit. Jones said the unit will focus on responding to gang-related incidents.
If they want to wear their red or blue colors and play cards, I'm good with it. But if they want to come over here and do their criminal activity, and they want to commit crimes, and they want to use weapons and all this, we're going to just push back, obviously, with your help.
Jones also urged community members to get involved through contacting police and joining a block watch. Several people volunteered to join a block watch following last year's community forum, but the effort failed.
Folks, if we want stuff to change out here at Larson, we're going to all have to get involved.
The sheriff said he would personally lead the creation of a block watch program this time. Community members urged others at the forum to get involved, along with asking several questions. The questions included issues about response times, prison sentences, and curfew. Prosecutor Angus Lee explained sentences are controlled by a 1981 state law which requires certain sentences based on the crime and the defendant's criminal history. And curfew was ruled unconstitutional by the state Supreme Court. Both Jones and Lee urged people to contact their legislators if they wanted to see changes in the law. For iFIBER 1 News, this is Cameron Probert reporting.
Thanks, Cameron. Our next story is about the possibility of new bleachers for the Grant County Fairgrounds. Here with the story is Courtney Vasquez.
The Columbia Basin Rodeo Association is looking for a way to pay for new bleachers at the Grant County Fairgrounds Arena. After fixing 3 bleachers and eliminating one last year, the county was given 3 years to decide if they wanted to keep repairing them or replace them. This June, the county will have 2 years left to figure out how to fund and replace the bleachers, said the Grant County Fairgrounds manager Jerry Gingrich. The estimated cost for replacing and installing the bleachers is $514,000, said Gingrich. After meeting with State Representative Judy Warnick, Gingrich said there's a possibility for state funds. The group discussed utilizing the arena more often to justify the cost of the bleachers to the public. They tossed around ideas such as monster truck rallies or hosting more demolition derbies throughout the year. The county is now hoping for community input. They're doing this because they are public-minded people and they want their public to enjoy Grant County, said the Rodeo Association's president Mike Cobb. For iFIBER 1 News, I'm Courtney Vasquez.
Now let's take a look at people with warrants issued by the State Department of Corrections.
Each of the people you see here has warrants for their arrest and is wanted by various law enforcement agencies. If you see any of these people, the Department of Corrections asks that you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but to call police. You can also call the Department of Corrections at 509-764-66 76180 during the day or 509-762-1160 after 5 p.m.
We'll be right back after this.
If it's metal, we buy it at J&K Recycling, from junk cars to farm equipment and everything in between. We are looking to buy industrial and construction equipment, iron and steel, copper, brass, or aluminum. We buy scrap metal of any kind. We can come to you to clean up your junk so you don't have to. Give J&K Recycling a call today. Remember, if it's metal, we buy it.
Did you know that Little Chiefs Childcare is expanding their Juniper Street location? This great new place across from Moses Lake Clinic is designed just for preschool and school-aged children. For over 8 years, Little Chiefs kids like me have found the love and attention every child needs to be healthy and happy. The grown-ups there have gone to college, so they know how to make sure kids from 1 month to 12 years old have a great place to learn and play. Come join our growing Little Chiefs tribe.
And hi there, everybody. I'm meteorologist Don Morelli with you here on iFIBER Channel 1 News. Your weather forecast overnight tonight through the weekend. Of course, brought to you by Bud Cleary Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places. Boy, the temperature is going places, and that's down. An overnight cold front is really plunging on in with some bitter cold winds, so we're looking for a winter chill right through the weekend into Monday morning before we start seeing a little warm-up during the week. Periodic light snow. Definitely a possibility. A little bit on Saturday, a little bit more so overnight Sunday into Monday morning. Monday morning drive time looking to be a little interesting. In the meantime, what an interesting past 24 hours. 41 and 32, the extremes, with a little light precipitation overnight last night. But generally we're looking at the clouds and some light snow overnight tonight, possibly with the cold front moving on in. 40 and 33 in Moses Lake, again with a trace of precipitation since around midnight. But not much throughout the day. It's overnight tonight. We might see a little band of light snow moving on through with the cold front and the blustery winds. That's the big thing overnight, the winds. They're already up to 16, 20 miles an hour from the northeast, so the cold air is coming on in. Maybe not just yet on the thermometer, 40 degrees, but it will feel a lot colder overnight tonight. You're out and about, especially after midnight through the sunrise hours. It's going to feel very winter-like. You notice the trend for the precipitation moving from northeast to southwest. So the cold front's backing its way across the Columbia Basin overnight tonight. And we'll see considerable clouds, still a few peaks of the sun throughout the day on Saturday. Maybe a flurry, particularly as you get closer to the mountains to the west and looking more significant precipitation. Watch out west. We see a little slug of moisture coming in late in the day Sunday. That's why I'm concerned a little bit about overnight Sunday night into Monday morning. We might actually get a little bit healthier precipitation band across. But then after that, we try to warm it up into the work week. But get prepared for quite a windy and kind of cold weekend. Here we are in the Columbia Basin, and you see temperatures only in the teens and lower 20s. But you add a wind speed of 15, 25 miles an hour, and we're talking wind chill skies into the single digits, if not below zero. And you see further west, you see a little bit more clouds hugging the foothills, and we might actually see a little bit of light snow. And if you're traveling west and around the Cascades, heading towards the coast or Seattle, whatever, be prepared. Some of the passes might be a little bit slippery. Same going if you're heading to the north. Anywhere you're getting towards the higher elevations, of course, we have a potential for some snow. Speaking of which, morning slick spots on Monday, definitely a possibility, but notice as I slip out of the way, 51 Tuesday, we get out of the rain shield and near 50 for the rest of the work week. Enjoy the weekend. Be careful, everyone.
It's a fact. Toyota offers 10 different vehicles with available 4- or all-wheel drive. So when roads are a challenge, we have your answer with great limited time savings, including the best-selling RAV4. Right now with APR financing as low as 0%. Or go for the larger Highlander with $1,000 cash back or the same 0% APR. Both ready to take you down winter's toughest roads. Discover Toyota's 4- and all-wheel drives for yourself. Visit any of your Inland Empire Toyota dealers today. Toyota, let's go places.
Ready for some classy, laid-back fun? Imbibe in Moses Lake is the place for you. Imbibe has a huge selection of your favorite wine and beer on tap from local brewers. We have kegs to go, and we can fill your growler. Remember that summertime is beer time. Come enjoy our live music on Fridays and make sure to reserve a spot for private parties. What are you waiting for? This is the place to enjoy your favorite drinks with your favorite people. Find us on 3rd Avenue in Moses Lake, Washington, or call us at 509-765-1119.
Welcome back. Our next story is about North Elementary School and how its faculty ensures their students don't go home hungry. Here with the story is Jeff Chu.
One of the tragedies of poverty is hunger, and a program at North Elementary School in the often needy Larson community is trying to keep students fed. The Northwest Harvest 3 Squares Backpack program is doing just that. The effort sends students home on weekends and extended holiday periods with backpacks full of food. Before the project began, the harsh reality touched North Elementary School Principal Sydney Richens.
It just kind of hit me one day when we were about to leave for winter break, and I realized, what are our kids going to do without their regular breakfast and lunch? And I was just kind of brainstorming actually with Tim Cloyd from Serve Moses Lake, and I just thought, we can do this.
Richens shared a statistic that reveals just how much of a need there is in the community.
We have 90% of our students, actually 91% of our students are on the free and reduced lunch program.
North Elementary School counselor Justin Nielsen, who manages the food project, has witnessed student hunger firsthand. He sees the conditions that families live in and identifies their needs.
It's there. There's definitely kids who could possibly be missing meals.
It gave birth to the program supported by volunteers with North Elementary's Parent-Teacher Association.
We have, I believe, right now like 24 or 25 families. That's usually where we sit, about 25 to 30 families who ask for assistance. And I think that's just as much as we can do. I think there's actually a larger demand.
The program has grown in its second year. Food and warm clothes for needy kids is stored in the Compassion Room, as it is fondly called. A fresh shipment of food boxes from Northwest Harvest, which supplies Grant County's food banks, was dropped off this week.
We have a wonderful community that is always willing to give, and I think when I was able to give some very specific ideas of how they can help, it was just amazing, the outpour. So we got winter break taken care of, and the next was spring break, and we had volunteers come through the community, and it was just amazing.
Anonymous money donations come into the program, as well as grants from businesses such as Walmart. Parent-Teacher Association Vice President Marissa Peterson is one of the volunteers who prepare backpacks to send home with students. She described the typical family in need and said it has been a humbling experience for her and her children.
Well, we have families anywhere from 1 child to up to 7 children, and we do provide usually a backpack for them, and we've also got an anonymous donor that has donated a meal for each child, actually 2 meals for each child for each day. So actually last weekend we had to send those home in boxes because it was too much for the backpack. So.
I'm Jeff Chu for iFIBER 1 News.
We'll be right back.
At High Mountain Hunting Supply, we have a saying that guides us. If we won't use it in the field, we won't sell it in the store. We take that seriously. Every gun, every rod, every bow that we sell is a product you can feel confident will help you land the biggest fish or harvest the biggest game. Our experts will help you find the right product for your needs. Come see us at 12238 North Frontage Road in Moses Lake or 223 North Mission in Wenatchee. High Mountain Hunting Supply, your source for hunting and fishing.
Well, one thing I knew from being a patient myself was that a dental office is a scary place to come to. And so we wanted everything possible to make sure that our office is a comfortable place for our patients to visit. The patients that I have, my clients, have made me a part of this community, and we want to give back in every way possible.
Our next story is about Soap Lake's possible renovations for their skate park. Here's Jeff Chu with the story.
Soap Lake Skate Park is about to get a serious upgrade. Tom Rawls, who owns Soap Lake Yacht Club with his wife Sue, recently purchased ramps and other skate trick equipment from the town of Elmira, which is converting its skate park to other recreational uses. Rawls, whose new Main Avenue shop rents and sells stand-up paddle boards and kayaks, was warmly received when he offered the equipment to the Soap Lake City Council last week.
We purchased it, and we're going to put it all together. We were down at the park earlier today and measured it. Looks like most of the equipment will fit there. Some of the equipment's in a little disrepair, but for the most part, it's good equipment, and hope the kids get behind it and help put it all together and make it happen.
Rawls explained how he got the idea to purchase and donate the modules to the city skate park on Daisy Street at East Beach.
The local kids here in town, you know, started poking around when I started putting this business together, and they said that they needed some skateboard parts and they had to run out of town to get them. So I kind of talked with them, tell them that you know, I'd see what I could do to provide some of them.
Rawls said he hopes to move the equipment from Elmira to Soap Lake this week. A Moses Lake businessman pointed him to the Elmira skate park equipment.
Well, actually, we found it online through the skateboard shop in Moses Lake. The fellow who owns that skateboard shop told us about it. And it was a take all or nothing deal, so there was other people who were looking, but no one wanted all. They just wanted some. So we took it all.
Rawls has already received offers of help to move the equipment, including a local resident with a flatbed truck and forklift. Rawls will count on Soap Lake residents, including the skaters who will use the park, for help. He's asking skaters for their thoughts on improving the park. The City Council is expected to formally approve Rawls' skate park donation at its March 5th meeting. I'm Jeff Chu for iFIBER 1 News.
We'll be right back after this.
My mom was never comfortable in any of her chairs. Getting in and out of them was hard on her joints. We found a solution at In-Home Medical. They have a great selection of lift chairs. Many cost less than national brand recliners. Some even featuring heating and vibration for added comfort. They can take her from a flat sleeping position to nearly standing. We found everything she needs for a much better quality of life at In-Home Medical.
Let's go back to where better ingredients, better pizza first began.
Road trip. Wow, 1984.
Let's celebrate.
Celebrate 30 years of Papa John's. Get a large one-topping pizza for just 30 cents when you buy any large pizza at regular menu price.
30-cent pizza. Now that's pretty cool.
This is what's cool.
No, that's just wrong. Stick to better ingredients.
Better pizza?
Papa John's.
Papa John's.
Please.
Welcome back. The next story is about a new community choir in Ephrata. Here's Jeff Chu with the story.
They do it for love of music and singing. That's what Ephrata Community Choir is all about, according to choir conductor Tim O'Donnell. About 75 singers, some with little or no experience, have joined the choir since O'Donnell founded it about 2 months ago.
These are all just people who love to sing. And I think that, you know, in Ephrata, there's just not a lot of stuff for us adults to do. I mean, we do get together, people get together with their church communities or different religious affiliations and organizations, but really, there's not a lot of stuff for us to all get together and do. So this has been really a cool opportunity for people all over town that we know, but we just never get a chance to hang out and do stuff with, to actually spend time creating, you know, something beautiful together. It's really been fun.
Choir members meet at 7 every Monday night to rehearse at the Community Church of Ephrata off Division Street. Together, choir members of all ages sing a joyful noise. Gavin Barnes, an Ephrata High School senior, is one of the younger choir members.
I love to sing. I mean, I'm a part of 3 choirs during school, at my school, and Mr. O'Donnell, he wanted some extra tenors to sing in the tenor part, and so I was more than willing to be a part of the choir.
Newcomer to the choir, Greta Hanberg, just finished her first rehearsal.
Oh, it was like coming home. And so my voice is stressed a little bit tonight, but it's been a joy.
Keep your hand on the plow, hold on, hold on.
Susan Holman expressed her passion for singing.
My parents are musicians, so it's natural for me to be drawn to want to sing in something like this. It's a joy I can't even describe. It's the most wonderful feeling to sing.
Ephrata High School music teacher O'Donnell said although the choir meets in a church, the music sung is not necessarily religious.
We're doing art. We're doing art. Some of it's religious, some of it's not. Some of it's sacred, some secular, because really you can't. I don't even draw that distinction.
Newcomers who love to sing are welcome. I'm Jeff Chu for iFIBER 1 News.
That wraps up our weekend edition. iFIBER 1 News will be back on Monday at 5 p.m. with the latest news from around the Columbia Basin. Thank you for watching.